Gabriel splayed his hands against the cold stones of the battlements and looked over the valley, missing Laird bitterly. He hadn't wanted to care for the wolfhound as he did, and it was because the dog meant so much that Gabriel had begged Amory to take Laird to the realm of the Fae, until the great evil was gone. The merriment inside the great hall reached Gabriel even outside, and though he hadn't wanted to hurt Hugh or Mina's feelings, he hadn't been able to celebrate. Too much had happened in Scotland. In the back of his mind, he always knew he didn't wish to discover his memories. He had feared he would be as tarnished as the nightmares that plagued him, nightmares he had never told anyone about. Nightmares that showed him unspeakable horrors and deeds. When the Fae had found him, Gabriel had been all but dead. Yet with their healing abilities, the Fae had restored him, but they hadn't been able to help him with his memory. For a long time he craved knowledge of his past, who he was, if he had a family or a wife. He wanted to know details. Yet always there was this underlying fear that someone was coming after him. The Fae assured him it was only due to his extensive injuries, and for a while Gabriel had believed them. Until recently. Discovering he was immortal should have been a joyous occasion. Instead, it had only made him realize his past was deep and dark, a place he wanted no part of. He would like nothing better than to say he was the man he had become, but only fools discounted their pasts. He had sinned. He knew it in the marrow of his bones. How he had sinned was the question, but he had a sneaking suspicion he would find out very soon. "There you are," Cole said as he sauntered up, a big smile on his face and a mug of ale in his hand. "Mina demanded I find you and give you your ale." Gabriel tried to smile as he accepted the mug. "I wouldn't wish to upset the lady of the castle, but I imagine it was more likely Hugh that sent you to find me." "All right," Cole said with a loud sigh as he leaned his back against the stones and looked at Gabriel. The smile was gone, and worry showed in his dark eyes. "We all know something is bothering you. What we don't know is why you aren't coming to us for help. We are your family, your brothers." "I'm fine," he lied. "I'm just worried that the great evil isn't done with us. Now that all 4 of the Chosen have been found, he can be defeated." Cole raised his brows at Gabriel's words. "We're all worried about the great evil. And if you expect me to believe the words you just spoke, you don't know me as well as you should." Gabriel raked a hand through his hair. "Cole, sometimes things are better left alone. Like your past." "By the gods!" Gabriel bellowed and pushed away from the wall and faced his friend. "Leave it alone, I beg you." "Nay. Please. As I said earlier, we are your family, and family look out for one another." Gabriel shook his head as he realized the futility of arguing with Cole. "Have you remembered your past?" Gabriel cringed and turned his back to Cole. "Nay. The only thing you know is that you're immortal. That shouldn't be something for you to fear." "What I fear is my past," Gabriel said softly. Cole moved until he stood in front of him. "Your past is exactly that, my brother. It doesn't matter what you did or who you were. We know who you are now, and that's what counts." Gabriel felt something touch his hand and looked down at the mug of ale. He took it and looked up to see Cole smile before he walked off. The ale was just what Gabriel needed. He leaned his head back and took a long drink. He glanced out over the land again and could have sworn he saw something move near the forest. With a step closer to the wall, he stared at the spot and waited, but nothing stirred. Gabriel took a deep breath and decided he had done enough worrying for the night. The 4 Chosen had been found, and the end of the great evil was coming. It was time to celebrate, with his family, his brothers. When Gabriel reached the great hall, he stopped at the balcony that overlooked the massive room and gazed down. The people of Stonecrest dined on roasted pheasant and potatoes. His eyes travelled to the dais where the shields sat.